You know, I know you're a gold bug. I know you cheer for gold. But let me show you the reality of precious metals since Donald Trump was elected. Because we put a special chart together. This is it, GBTV 5929. It shows the rally of precious metals since Trump got elected, right? So back all the way to the beginning of November. You can see the metal that's outperformed. If you wanted something that's Trump-proof, would not have been gold. It wouldn't have been silver. It would have been palladium. And for the others, they're barely moved, in some cases to the downside, as is the case with gold. What's going to be the catalyst here for gold going forward?
Look, when Donald was elected, everyone thought gold was going to go much higher, and it did the other thing. It went lower. It's gradually recovered. The reality is we have a presidency where you don't know what's going to happen from week to week, and that's creating uncertainty and volatility. That is good for gold. Gold has actually been doing very well in 2017 so far. It started to creak a bit at the end of last week, and you rightly mentioned the fiscal kind of package that is likely to come from Donald is not likely to be good for gold, I must say. Good for the dollar, bad for gold. No, I think we are looking for lower prices over the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm giving up the gold bug temporarily, but I do see that a stronger dollar is on the horizon, and that's going to be bad for gold. So I actually do see gold probably heading back towards that 1150 level in the not too distant future.
I mean, Youssef rightly mentioned that some of the other metals, some of the industrial metals, such as palladium and to some extent silver, have fared better than gold, certainly. In fact, we saw money managers the most bullish on silver in about 4 months, according to the CFTC data that came out last week. How much further do the industrial metals have to go if Trump does manage to push through some of his campaign promises?
Much higher, and anyone that's listened to me in recent history knows I'm a big fan of palladium. It doesn't make sense that the palladium price, it doesn't have 4 figures. We have a metal that is structurally in deficit. There's more demand than supply each year, and yet still we don't see palladium much higher. I think it's only a matter of time before we see $1,000 plus for palladium. Silver, I think, looks fantastic. If you look at the charts, the close really just around $18 on Friday night. If we sustain that coming into the next couple of weeks, I think we're looking probably in the mid-20s for silver. I'm really bullish for silver. Gold, look.
I mean, speaking about gold, I'm just looking at the CPF function just in terms of where the median forecast is, and you're looking at about $1,250 an ounce. That's by the end of the year. Is that sort of... No, look, I can see your reaction there. This is way, way, way too low.
No, way too low. No, way too. Sometime this year, you're going to see gold at $1,425. You are, but equally you could see it at 1100. I think typically you see a $300 to $400 trading range for gold. It doesn't just sit at a number. So I think gold has got lots of room up and down, but the industrial precious metals, as I like to call them, silver, platinum, more so palladium, have a fantastic time ahead of them for 2017 because Donald is going to rebuild America. And when you rebuild America, you need industrial metals.
I like that you're on a first-name basis with him.
Why not?
But just going back to gold, I mean, what is actually going to push gold higher at this point? Because if we assume the things that it's had going for it, which have been low interest rates, safe haven demand, some demand from consumers in India and China, it seems like the direction isn't necessarily promising for those factors.
It depends on real interest rates rather than nominal interest rates. And if we see real interest rates globally, including dollars, stay negative, that's good for gold. But what really has gold got going for it? It has the Trump presidency, where you don't know from week to week what's going to be said or what's going to be tweeted. And that is good for gold.